When you are an empowered woman and person overall, means you have secure attachment, you're a differentiated self at the very least, because otherwise you're not self-empowered. You're not the authentic self of you. You don't know who you are. So people who are going to good therapy, for example, they find out who they are. BPD, narcissism, all the personality disorders, thank you, Dr. Daniel Fox, for humanizing them to the extent of me being able to share the exercises that they get to do, very similar to inner growth mindset, but obviously with a lot more effort needed by those people because emotions are hard for them in a lot of different ways, which I'm not going to share. I'm a 5D mystic. I'm in the enlightenment soul age group. I'm a functional adult, and I am attachment trauma informed. And so I do understand the in-depth conversation, not a mantle of mental health. So we don't say narcissism, ew, borderline, ew. Those are all stigma people. And the ones who actually do things in a certain way, well, they're still on step 4. They haven't actually recovered. They're around running with their mantles like Braveheart, and they don't even notice that they're still on this karma wheel, if you will. So their unconscious is still playing out the story. Their content is all over it. But there's people who want that content. I've met people who say, I got rid of a narcissist, I'm spiritual, I'm positive. They're negative, and they're talking about a person with borderline personality, for example, without even being aware of it because they're ignorant. That's what I like with people. Yoga brings demons out of you, ignorant. Reiki, devil's energy, ignorant again. And they're just following whoever it is from the institutions that, of course, they're following. So it's fair and square. Okay, we're not ignorant people. I do sciences and spirituality. I'm the pseudoscience lady, though, because, again, I'm a third party. I'm a messenger. I learn from the lovely educators. Okay, with that being said, we do personal development, self-help here. So emotions are welcome and wanted. And that's why secure attachment, self-empowered women, we do what we do. We do what we say, and we say what we do, and you're going to watch us walk a line. And when you say, wait, but I thought you would change. Excuse me, you don't know expanding consciousness. I'm always the same. And while others say, no, you're not. Well, yes, I'm a verb who's consistently expanding. So that's why the sciences people, you say we always are changing. I don't feel changed. I feel expanded because I haven't lost touch with the pureness of consciousness, which is unconditional love. I learned it from Jesus. I learned it from God. Now I learn it also from Sadhguru, and I learn it with dark matter and dark energy. Sciences and spirituality, living a life of meaning and connection beyond the solo self. Daniel Siegel on Mindset Institute teaches all about consciousness and change. My recent course with him, interpersonal neurobiology, and a lot more. You know what's really great? Thanks, Dan, for being here, and to his life partner who supported him, because I know the story is that's partnership. See, so there was a moment in his life that he shares where he realized his colleagues were not trying to support the mind of people in a way. I don't remember how he explained it, but he was kind of like, wow, this is really sad. They don't care about helping people. And he wanted to leave school or something like that. And his life partner said, wait, why leave? Finish and make a difference. So that is partnership. On that note, twin flame, flames, no saga for the 5D mystic. That's because we know who we are. I'm a whole 3-year-old heart, and I know where I'm headed. Okay, so that's also on that note. The mantles of spirituality, they think they have a cross to bear because of Claire's, and that's a whole other topic. So again, we know compassion. Our home is always welcome to all people, and it's people, though, who do human love narrative, not the suffering ones. So if somebody says, no, Maria, it's too hard to do emotional stuff, they're not doing any stuff. The people who are with good therapists, they get told, okay, I'm giving you knowledge, insight, motivation. No, you have the motivation. I give you the exercises. You're motivated to be the version of you that can get there because you can rise above the fray because you're an embodied brain like everybody else, and we're connected. So what you learn about integration of the brain and consciousness, thank you, Daniel Siegel, again, is that with enough integration, consciousness becomes available to you. We're not going to debate the whole consciousness, a problem, not a problem. You leave it alone for now. If you have questions, we can discuss it for this episode. But when you are your heart body, value body, so you overflow with humanity, as Sadhguru shares, divinity descends. It's not a divinity in the sense of divinity. That's egoic when people think of it that way. The universe is our partner, dark matter, dark energy. I'm the human translator. So you're human, I'm a human. We're pachas. you embody your restorative embodiment, self-aware life, okay, which is your inner well-being. That's what the studies for the sciences of mental health community, the good ones, they're sharing. So the self is a verb, not a noun, but to get to it being a verb, so I've never lost the verb part. That's why I'm Maria, the 1-year-old, 3-year-old, all of it. And they're sleeping, my child parts, which is why I say what I say, I do what I do, meaning I walk a straight line, okay? But when somebody presents to me an obstacle, I will not say it's an obstacle. It's not an obstacle to step into life together and have a storm. It's not a storm. Emotions are not stormy. We don't have laundry. The enlightenment 5D mystic feminine doesn't have laundry with life. The one thing about a feminine is we will always have this connection, which is why it is personal when I see the feminines who are not balanced. And I will leave that alone because every person can choose to whine in the human suffering love narrative tale or not. And when you dive into the emotional plane of you expand the window of tolerance for those who need to expand. And this is the right is connected to what comes up in here. So you can contain, great, stay on board. You can't stay on board, but no good therapy because you want to learn how to contain and to shut the inner critic if there's an inner critic, okay? So that's why secure attachment people, we support people that are doing, I'm a human and I want to be in my divine feminine body, which means my wisdom. And so, no, I'm not undecided. I'm not confused. I don't have a unstable image of myself. I'm going to choose myself and be myself just the way I am. So for us, we don't change. The ones who are actual feminines is the word I'm going to use. And that's for my 5D mystic feminine collective. But for those masculines who become their own feminine, obviously, come on over. You're going to share with us how you have changed because you healed whatever trauma was going on. You closed the door, not because you suppressed it with drinking, fucking, drugging, and doing any self-soothing, inner critic, all that shit. Okay, so envy, jealousy, spite is not evil from some story. This is people who don't get their ego self up to speed and become self-empowered women, men. And so they don't know how to actually behave in all their relationships. All of our relationships are intimate for the feminines because we don't lose ourselves. I know exactly who Maria is. And that unmarked trail is why twin flame, soulmates, and all our oversoul, they're not objects. They get dehumanized. You don't have to be triggered or to be awoken to anything. You're a self already. You have the capacity to forgive, first of all, your childhood if you need to. And then once you're doing that, you're going to be open because your ego, one, stays. You still have an ego. There's no dark night of the soul. The way that the people talk about is because they're not going to learn how to get out of rumination and expand their window welcome and expand their window tolerance, So the truth is that things are very straightforward for people that know how a human is made. The dust devil, stagnation, it's when people are their nouns. So the personalities of childhood trauma survivors who don't get good therapy, the hostile, the doomsdayer, the doer, the please appeaser one who's, what is it? Are we good? The ghost, okay? So when somebody is sitting and not in a way of having enlightenment because they have laundry in their body, but they're not gonna get it going, they have chosen something called human suffering love. We put it on the side. For those of us over here, we are open to our relationships. So when we see something that is not cool, quote unquote, we are going to step in and we're going to support, not by lecturing. We love, accept, and respect you for who you are, which is why human love narrative, self-empowered women, we're friends with all people. Doesn't mean we have welcome drama. No, we don't welcome drama. We say keep drama out of it. You're welcome. The drama is not, because it's all maladaptive child behavior. And it can be easily directed because a love, accepting, respectful feminine is in her ventral vagal. It's called, I'm a secure attachment human being who will tell you in your face everything, and my tone will match that. I'm not directing you like a teenager, because teenagers are the maladaptive, envious, jealous, low self-esteem, and direct communicators who are martyrs and superiors and blamers. And you'll always notice the difference because they're going to try and tell you who to be and what to be, and not say, hey, let me work with you. I want to work with you to support you, and let's support each other to stay integral, okay? And again, let's overflow with humanity. All people can make use of our lovely 5D relationships. Join us, tune in, like, subscribe, all that great stuff. And remember to ask Maria if you want some opinionated episodes. Have a great one.